I want to tell you about the time I was living in New Orleans and went to the voodoo lady's house. Her name is Miss Rudolph. I went over there with a buddy of mine. A girl from down there had put a hex on him. I told him not to fuck around with those Creoles, but he didn't listen. So anyway, this Creole woman's hex made his feet swell up and his eyes were swollen. I knew his only hope for a cure was Miss Rudolph. Well, I knocked on the door. When she opened it, this funky smell rushed out the house and knocked me to my goddamn knees. When I looked up, I noticed the stench was coming from this monkey's foot she had around her neck. It wouldn't have been so strange if I hadn't looked inside her house and seen a three-legged monkey. Now believe me, this monkey didn't give Miss Rudolph no trouble. That monkey fucked with everyone else but not Miss Rudolph, no sir. So I get in the house and I start freaking out. There were bugs crawling around, bats were flying, she had a bunch of jars with eyes and bones and whatever else in them, and then that monkey started fucking with me. I said, "Miss Rudolph, can you please do something about this monkey?" She said, "I ain't got to do a damn thing about that monkey. The monkey lives here, you're the one visiting." Well, I had to accept that. So I told Miss Rudolph what was going on and she agreed to help. I said, "Now Miss Rudolph, I'm a little short on cash, can we work something out?" She said, "That's all right, baby. Come Christmas time, just send me a goose or a turkey." Well, that sounded pretty good to me. Because it was June then, December was a long time off, and I figured I'd never see this crazy bitch again. Well, about that time, a big motherfucking tarantula crawled up my arm, behind my neck, and down the other arm. I reached down to smash it, but when I lifted my hand, it was gone. I said, "Miss Rudolph, could you please tell me what happened to that tarantula?" She said, "That ain't none of your goddamn business, but if you don't bring me that turkey, you will see him again." Well, needless to say, that did the trick. There was a big, pretty bird on my mind when I left that house. So anyway, I brought my friend inside and took him to the living room. Miss Rudolph went to the back and got a big wash bucket. She said a few words over it, then this bitch straddled the bucket and pissed in it. The bitch pissed for 15 minutes, that old strong ammonia piss, I'm telling you. Now Miss Rudolph told my friend to put his swollen feet in that bucket. When he did, the scene got crazy to say the least. The house started shaking, the lights began to flicker, that monkey started jumping around, bats were flying in and out of the windows, and those goddamn bugs were acting a fool. Well, after a few seconds, it got real quiet. My buddy took his feet out of the bucket and they were healthy. The only problem was they were real tiny. This bitch had given my buddy these little tiny feet, and when he saw them, that fool went crazy. He threw the monkey out the window, he started kicking Miss Rudolph in her ass, and then this fool snatched that monkey's foot from around her neck and swallowed it. Well, he shouldn't have done that. Let's just say if you want to see him today, you will have to go to the zoo in New Orleans. He's a polar bear nowadays. He's the one with little tiny feet.